you paralyzed.
Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Johnny Games, and I may have made a mistake. Because sitting right here is a Nintendo Switch 2. And right here is my Odin 3 Ultra. One of these gives you the very best possible Nintendo experience that you can have, while the other gives you almost unlimited freedom. So the real question is, did I make a mistake in buying this Odin 3 Ultra instead of a Nintendo Switch 2? Let's break it down. So let's start with the build quality and how they both feel in the hands. Now, the Switch 2 overall has a much slimmer design. It feels better in the hands than I thought it would going into this review. This 120 hertz screen, it's an LCD screen, it's an HDR panel, it has good colors, it looks nice, but it has known ghosting issues, and so it could be better. Everybody knows this. Now, the Odin 3 has a 120 hertz OLED panel, so deeper blacks, more contrast, more punch, and next to the Switch 2, it just looks better. Now, the overall feel, the Switch 2 feels like a more refined, finished consumer product, while the Odin 3 has a more enthusiast product feel, but in my hands, it feels better. Okay, now here's something I don't think is talked about enough. The Switch 2 is really big. It has this 8-inch screen, which is really big, it's colorful, it's immersive, but when you pack it up and you put it in your backpack, you're going to notice it. Whereas the much smaller footprint of the Odin 3 makes it much more travel friendly and pack in your backpack, grab, throw it in your backpack friendly. The other thing that needs to be mentioned is this is the worst battery life I've experienced in a handheld, and even in standby. I've had to charge this before every time I've gone to use it, whereas I've charged my Odin 3, I charged it 2 days ago, and I'm still using it. So also something to think about when you're going to take either of these as a travel companion. This one surprised me. The Switch 2 overall, not comfortable for long play sessions. After an hour or two, you're gonna feel it. The Odin 3 is more ergonomic, sits in the hands better, more comfortable for long play sessions. And this is really important, stick drift. Nintendo still isn't in the clear when it comes to stick drift or the possibility for stick drift with the Switch 2. Whereas with an Odin 3, you get Hall effect sticks, you won't ever have to worry about that. Something to think about. Now, let's be fair. If your goal is to play Nintendo games natively, the Switch 2 wins. There's no setup, no compatibility list, no tweaking settings, no wondering if a game will boot. It just works. If plug and play is what you want, the Switch 2 is absolutely the better buy. For the best experience playing Nintendo games, it wins hands down, and the Odin 3 cannot replicate that simplicity, and that's important to admit. Now here's where things flip. The Switch 2 can only play Switch games, Switch 2 games, and Nintendo Switch Online. That's it. You get one ecosystem, one storefront, one way to buy games. The Odin 3 Ultra gets Android games, retro systems, PC game streaming, local PC installs, multiple storefronts like Steam, Epic, GOG, and with the potential of SteamOS developing and improving things in the future, Android compatibility is only getting better. The Odin doesn't play everything perfectly, and some games won't even run at all, but the range of what it can access is massively broader. It's not curated, it's open. Okay, so let's talk money. The Switch 2 is more expensive. The games cost more, accessories are more expensive, peripherals cost more, and you're locked into one online store. The Odin 3 Ultra, more buying options, cheaper peripherals, more competition between storefronts. You're not locked in. And personally, I'm not a fan of some of Nintendo's recent business practices. That matters to me as a consumer. This is really what it comes down to. The Switch 2 is frictionless. Turn it on, download, play. The Odin 3 Ultra requires setup, tweaking, research, occasional troubleshooting. It's not for someone who just wants to relax and never think about settings. It's more for someone who likes to be on the leading edge, someone who enjoys tinkering, someone who likes freedom. Did I make the wrong choice in buying the Odin 3? Well, if I wanted the easiest, most headache-free, most guaranteed compatible Nintendo experience, then absolutely the Switch 2 would have been the better buy. But I wanted the Android operating system, I wanted the OLED screen, the more comfortable ergonomics, the smaller form factor for travel, the multiple storefronts, being able to play retro systems, PC games, PC stream, just basically have all of that freedom. And for that, the Odin 3 was perfect for my case point, not because it's a perfect handheld, but because of what I value. The Nintendo Switch 2, hands down, is the better Nintendo machine, while the Odin 3 Ultra is the better enthusiast handheld. One is safe, one is power, one is curated, one is freedom. And whether I made the wrong choice depends entirely on what kind of gamer you are. So now I want to know, if you had to choose, are you going to choose the plug-and-play simplicity of the Switch 2, or are you going to choose the ultimate freedom and flexibility of the Odin 3? Put your pick in the comments below. And if you enjoy honest handheld reviews without any fanboy bias, stick around, because we're just getting started.